When I was a child at the edge of the galaxy, I heard stories about a man who could forecast the future. But the story remained dark to me until many years later, until it became my story. Until it became the only story.
You're familiar with my work, psychohistory?
Every mathematician has read your theory.
It's not a theory. It's the future of mankind expressed in numbers. And the Empire won't like the future I predict.
I'm Sari Cohen with Hollywood First Look. We're here right now talking about the new Apple TV series, Foundation. I want to speak to you about working with Robin Asimov, being an executive producer on the show. I'm curious, what kind of familial insights did you get from her?
You know, when I first embarked upon this, I had to tell Robin and the estate my initial thoughts for adapting it. And one of the things that I said was, I don't know how you'll feel about this, but I would like to gender flip some of the characters, because the book was originally written in the late 40s, early 50s. We live in a very different world. The audience is very different. And I thought that would be kind of a litmus test. And Robin was completely embraced that. And she said my father would have embraced it. And I was nervous because I revere these books, and Asimov was very important to me, and these books were important to me. But Robin has been extremely supportive of the changes that we've made. And she said that her father realized that any adaptation of Foundation would have to make changes. It could never be a literal line-for-line adaptation.
So your character is a bit of a departure from the books. Talk to me a little bit about how you're different and how you got to expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, Salvor is like really determined to do a good job being warden of Terminus. Yeah, in the books, obviously Salvor is has a different description and looks different, but I think essentially we've kept the core value of the character. We've kept the cheekiness. We've kept so much about them that I'm really excited for people to see that kind of the link between the two. Yeah, Salvor's a really fun character to play, and like really unique actually in the show, like unlike any other character.
I mean, I think most importantly, the fact that it's a reflection of the world we live in today. I think that's the most important thing. I don't think I could watch a show as an audience member that didn't look like something I recognize. So I think that was really important. I mean, I think a lot of the themes and subject matter that, you know, it talks about are things that recur in our society over and over and over. You know, that saying that history repeats itself in the way, you know, there's always cycles of things that happen, you know, politics or social interactions and social happenings. And I think it's still relevant for us.
Because Brother Day is such a phenomenal character, how do you toe the line between good guy and bad guy?
One of the things I love about this character is that, you know, I mean, we all contain multitudes, but he really does. I don't really play a man. I play a series of men who fulfilled this extraordinary role for a period of time in their life. They are the Emperor of the Galaxy. I mean, it is one of the funnest characters I've ever played because he has control over everything. It is the office of a god. He decides who lives and who dies. He decides who prospers and who fails. The technology at his fingertips is, it's unlike anything we on planet can conceive of.
Now, Jared, you play Harry Seldon, who is possibly the greatest character in sci-fi history. And I know David said that when he was writing the character, he was actually writing him with you in mind. What was important for you to portray in this story?
I see. For me, the most important part in coming to grips with playing the character was that you perceived him as being a fully realized human being and not somebody who is presenting an idea. And not somebody who was essentially, he was interchangeable with his theory of psychohistory, and that's essentially what he supplied. So for me, it was about trying to find the character behind all that.
Foundation premieres exclusively on Apple TV Plus on September 24th. I'm Sari Cohen. I'll see you next time.
Deciding what is remembered, what is forgotten.
We are now staring down a barrel of a crisis.
This is the plan. We're not turning around now.